What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're back in the gym for a shoulder workout. Now unfortunately I wasn't able to record today's weigh-in, nor was I able to record the meals for today. However, you saw the meals yesterday. We had, the first meal was breakfast, which was 50 grams of rice flour with a banana and 30 grams of honey. Second meal was one piece of Tupperware, and the second meal, the third meal was, a second Tupperware, the same as the first. So the weigh-in for today was 116 kilograms exactly. The first weigh-in showed 115.9, the second one 116.1, and the third one 116 kilograms exactly. So we're around 116 kilograms. It's okay. Next week, hopefully, we make more progress. So we're going to start off with shoulder machine press. We're going to start off by executing 8 to 12 reps with 10 kilograms per side. We did, however, do a warm-up set also using the same weight. So technically it was the second set and first working set. So 8 to 12 reps. And we're going to be moving on to the third and fourth sets coming up. So I'm training with my friend Chris again. Now, as you can see, controlled reps in general, as always. Now, compared to, previous workouts, this particular workout and the previous one, during these workouts, I didn't feel pain in my shoulder. So I was extremely happy with this. You'll see me now, I'm executing this set with 20 kilograms per side. I increased to 30 and later on to 40. And, I didn't feel pain. I didn't have any, crispiness, or it wasn't uncomfortable. I was able to execute the sets and the reps, nice, slow, controlled reps. And, I was really happy with it. I got a nice pump on my shoulders, so I was extremely happy. As always, you can see the control when it comes to the reps, the stretch at the bottom, the contraction at the top, and also the control when it comes to the negative part of the movement. My boy Chris right here trying to steal the show again, and I totally forgot what I wanted to say. This guy, man. So yeah, as you can see, we completed 8 to 12 reps again here, trying to reach failure before moving on to the final set of 40 kilograms. Now we end up, I think, completing 8 reps here, if I'm not mistaken, and do a drop set. So we take off 20 kilograms and we do a remainder of reps with 20 kilograms per side. Now in general, I haven't been able to work with this weight when it comes to shoulder press for a while now, so I was extremely happy. I'm not taking creatine during this period, and I hadn't eaten during this workout. I was training fasted, so I haven't eaten a meal pre-workout. I've not been taking creatine this period, and I'm still able to lift this amount of weight, so I'm extremely happy. I can only imagine if I had eaten a meal and had some carbs in me, maybe I would be able to even go further up and increase to 50 or maybe even 60 kilograms. However, way lower reps would be executed. So probably around the 4 to 6 rep range, maybe even lower, maybe 2 to 3. Okay. So we're moving on to side laterals. Now we're going to do these with the machine today. I also ended up doing some with dumbbells later on. However, I didn't record it because the memory card was full. So that's my mistake again. Nevertheless, as I mentioned, shoulder press, first exercise, we did a warm-up set, which I didn't film, and then 4 working sets, which you just saw, 10 kilograms per side, 20 kilograms per side, 30 kilograms per side, and 40 kilograms per side. The last set was a drop set. Moving on to side lateral raises. So we did 4 sets here of 8 to 12 reps. Now, I couldn't really increase the weight very much because I started feeling my traps way too much. Now, I know you might tell me that I'm lifting my arms too high and that's why I'm feeling my traps. Yes, indeed, that would be correct. I started doing that only because I couldn't feel my side delts as much as I wanted to. That's why I also ended up doing some dumbbell side, raises later on. But it's okay. We ended up, getting some good blood flow towards the shoulder area in general, traps as well. Worked some of the traps, worked the side delts and the front delts, of course, as usual. And, later on, we also did some rear delts, as you're going to see. And today, we also worked some traps, which I haven't done in quite some time. And as I mentioned yesterday, I am trying to, work on my upper back. And a huge part of the upper back are the traps. So that's why we're trying to work on them as well. Now, in general, when it comes to, side laterals, it is something that I have to focus on and I've been neglecting because, as I've mentioned, my side delts aren't, as developed as I would want them to be. And in order to have a complete physique and good frame, I really, really need to work on them. Now, in my opinion, I shouldn't be doing just one exercise. I should probably be focusing on doing, a general shoulder movement, like, shoulder press, rear delts, because it's extremely important when it comes to the, side chest, let's say, pose. You have a good, nice, having a rear delt is very important, okay? But I should definitely be doing maybe 2, maybe even 3 movements when it comes to side delts in order to build them and develop them, properly. So we're going to be moving on to rear delts, and we're going to be doing 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. However, I've only filmed 2 due to the fact that Chris ruined the other 2. Okay? He kept zooming in on my ass and, in general, completely ruining the set. So it's okay. You get the general idea, 8 to 12 reps, 4 sets before moving on to the traps. Now, when it comes to traps, I've tried, training them with a barbell, with dumbbells, when you hold them by the side, just by lifting 2 plates. And in general, everything works. The only one that doesn't feel comfortable is the barbell one, due to the fact, you have to hold it at the front and it doesn't really contract. I can't contract my traps as much as I want. Now, this machine is fairly recent to the gym. The guy who has the gym brought it fairly recently. And in general, it's, I think, the best. Like, I can feel my traps. I can contract. As you can see, I'm stretching at the bottom and completely holding for a second at the top. So we hold, then completely stretch at the bottom, okay? Like, to feel completely, you want to feel it, not completely like sort of tearing your traps, but you want to feel the pull, the stretch. And in general, you can definitely feel that by adding weight. Now, I didn't want to add too much weight, even though I could have. I could have probably added 3 plates per side, maybe even 4 for, less reps. However, every time I've added too much weight when it comes to my traps, I feel a light sting at the back, up my upper back on the left side. And then I have a pain for a couple of weeks until that passes. So I wanted to avoid feeling that little, something like a slight micro tear when it comes to, this exercise in general. So I didn't overdo it. I just wanted to feel, contract the muscle, control the weight, even though this is like, decently fairly heavy. And, eventually in future workouts, we can increase the weight and move on without, of course, injuring ourselves. The most important thing, avoiding injury. Put your ego aside. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this workout. It was fairly short, I know. However, we're going to be coming back again tomorrow for an arm workout. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. And as always, be yourself, do your best, never give up. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace. Stay tuned.